Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Mary Juliana. For the new viewers, kindly consider subscribing so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos. And for returning subscribers, thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you guys, we made it to 1,000 subscribers. I'm so grateful, I'm so humble. So today I want to record a video. I want to answer some questions that have been asked in my inbox. Some people have reached out to ask me to connect them to genuine agencies. Others have requested me to look for direct hires, like I connect them to the families here, good families that I know of. And I have turned all of you down. Like I told you, just go to the town and there are so many agencies, or maybe do research on your own. I know that is what I have been telling you. And maybe some of you have been disappointed. Like you thought maybe I'm being mean or maybe I'm being rude. I don't know, but I'm very sorry if you felt that way. And I will share a little story, something that happened to me that made me decide that I will never, I will never advise someone to come to the Middle East. Or rather, I will never connect someone to the agency or connect someone to a family here. Even if the family that is requesting for a housemaid, I know them in person, or maybe it's a good family, like maybe the family I'm working with, I can never connect somebody from Kenya to come and work here. And this is why. So there is this girl that we were friends with in Kenya before I came here. That is in the year 2018, 2019 there. So this girl was a single mother. Okay, she was a single mother and she had 4 kids. By the time we were friends, she was pregnant with the last born. Okay, and they separated with the hubby. And you know how life is difficult in Kenya. So she was suffering, sometimes I could help her. And you can't help someone every day. And also I was struggling as well. So I was not like I'm rich that I can afford to maybe fund somebody's lifestyle or maybe feed somebody, because I'm struggling myself. I have my own responsibilities. So the life in Kenya, if you are not employed, like you are living from hand to mouth, like you get some employment, or maybe you are doing some little business, the amount you're earning cannot allow you to save. And I had friends here in the Middle East, a lot of them. Some had already run from the contract, some were still working in the contract. I had so many people working here that I knew on a personal level. So just one day I decided to share my thoughts with this girl. Before we even decided that we want to come here, she already owed me 10,000 Kenyan shillings, and I didn't see any means of her paying me because she was still struggling. When somebody is not working and that person owes you money, there are no hopes that they will pay you because you don't know when they will get employment. Even if they get employment, it's to feed them. They are paying rent, they have to pay school fees, and so that struggle. Because I had friends here and I was planning to come here, I decided to share the idea with her. I told her, what if we try our luck in the Middle East? Okay, because by that time I didn't have that phobia, because I was talking to my friends here and they were all doing okay. Everybody was just okay. By the way, those people that come here and maybe encounter bad luck or maybe end up in bad hands, I've never seen someone that I know on a personal level. Like, I know this is my friend, we come from the same village and she has come here and she has suffered. I only see videos on social media, but I have never seen somebody that I know on a personal level suffer or maybe get killed here or anything like that. So I told her, because I have so many, by that time I had like above 10 people that I used to video call on a daily basis. Like I know their whereabouts, we talk, we laugh, they tell me how the situation is on the ground. So I didn't have that fear, and I shared with this friend of mine in Kenya. I told her, what if we try Middle East and maybe we might be lucky. Okay, so she said, oh, that's a good idea. When I was talking to my friends here in the Middle East, precisely Saudi Arabia, because I have so many friends here in Saudi Arabia. So when I was talking to them, we were with this friend of mine in Kenya. So it was a video call, so she could come there and see, interact, ask questions. Before we decided that, okay, let's try this. So we went to the office, we started the process, same office, same day we started the process. We went to school, We went for passport application, but she was very lucky. Her passport came out before mine. Mine had issues with the name, so I had to redo the process again. So by the time my passport is out, she had already traveled. So she traveled before me. We started the process with the same agency, but she traveled before me. She came here and worked for like 4 months before my process was due. Okay, in these 4 months, we used to communicate on daily basis. Like, how are you? How are things there? She was connected to Wi-Fi. The family that she came to work with didn't have kids. So she was like, she just wake up in the morning, do the cleaning of the house. After 2 hours, she's done with the work. She goes to her room and start chatting with her phone. And after sometimes they prepare food. She was not even cooking in that house, okay? So after some time they prepare food, she will be called, she come downstairs, eat, clean the utensils, clean the kitchen, and go back to her room and rest. That is the only thing she used to do. She worked for 1 month, and after 1 month, she had a salary increase, and she was being paid 1,000 reals. She came with a contract of 900 reals, okay? After working for 1 month, the boss liked her job, and they gave her a salary increase of 100 real. So she was earning 1,000 real after working for only 1 month. So when my process was due, I came with a contract of 850. We came with the same agency, but I came with a contract of 850, and she came with a contract of 900. So she was earning more than me. So I came and worked here. We were communicating each and every day. We could video call because the house that I'm working in, I was given also Wi-Fi, so we didn't have any problem with the communication. So I worked for 2 months, and by the time I'm finishing 2 months, this girl had finished 6 months because she was 4 months ahead of me. So, you know, I was expecting that she would give me a guide through because she's more experienced than me. She came before me. So I'm like, if I encounter any problem, maybe I should reach out to her and ask her for advice. But the vice versa is true. She's now asking me for advice. Like, after I came here, she started having problems with her employer. So they would quarrel over petty issues. Sometimes the employer will tell her that she has to use her phone in her room only. But she wants to use the phone while working. Like if she's cleaning the utensil, she wants to video call, place the phone somewhere and be talking to someone as she cleans the utensils, okay? And that pissed off the employer. So they started having issues over the phone, delay in working, you know. And so, you know, the employer was complaining and they were exchanging words. So I told her, why don't you just listen and obey, because that house doesn't have a lot of work, so you can work in three hours, then you finish your work, go to your room, and we can talk. You can talk to your friends. And she's like, no, I can't do that, I miss my family, I want to talk to them anytime I'm working. So, you know, I'm trying to advise her, but she's telling me she cannot do that. So I left it at that. After some few weeks, like 3 weeks, they couldn't keep along with the employer, so she went back to the office. She said she doesn't want to work in that house. She wants to go back to the office and change the house. And you know, her contract is written 900. And in this house, she was earning 1,000. So when she was taken back to the office, she was found a new house. And the new house will obey the contract. Okay? They will not pay her 1,000. They will pay her what is written in the contract. So she started earning 900. And you know, she got upset because she wanted to earn 1,000. Like she was earning in the previous house. Okay? In this house, you know, during this time she's complaining, she's also complaining to the mother back in Kenya and the parents and the sisters back in Kenya. Like, this madam is just complaining, quarreling, she doesn't appreciate my work, okay, and all that. So you see, those people in Kenya, they don't know anything positive about Saudi Arabia. They only rely on what they see on social media. So they have that phobia, they have that fear, okay. So when she's here and she's complaining to them, she's making them stressed up. They are afraid, like maybe that woman is quarreling, maybe she might do something bad to their child, you know. So they are reaching out to me, like because she told them that I'm the one who connected her. I'm the one who told her to come to Saudi Arabia. So they are reaching out to me to ask for advice, to ask what their daughter should do. And remember, I'm not an agent. I'm just a housemaid like their daughter, okay? The only thing I did was to tell her, why don't we just try our luck in the Middle East? That is the only mistake that I did. So if this girl encounters any problem, she tells the mother, and the mother calls me. I gave the mother the number of the agent back in Kenya, the agent that brought us here. in case maybe they want to ask for anything, they should call the agent. Sometimes, they call the agent and the agent doesn't respond. They call me as if maybe, I don't know, they think I'm a police officer, that I can go and arrest the agent. I don't know. So, okay, this is what we did. I advised her, okay, if you can't stay in that house, maybe you should go back to the office and change the house. So she changed the house for the first time. The house that she was taken in had kids, 8 kids. A difference of only 2 years. So the younger one was 1 year. The one that follows was 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, like that. Okay, you can imagine this house. The kids are playing all over. Like, you clean here, they mess after 2 minutes. You clean, they mess after 2 minutes. She couldn't keep up with it. Sometimes she has made the beds, the kids will come and play in that room and disorganize everything, and the madam of that house will come and complain, like, why didn't you spread here, why didn't you arrange here? And she had arranged earlier, so she couldn't keep up with that. She worked in that house for 1 month and she complained and told them to take her back to the office. That is the second house. So, and remember, in this second house, she was paid 900. Okay, she was not paid 1,000 that she was being paid in the first house. So she went back to the office, and during this time, when she's going back to the office, we are communicating. I'm telling her, why don't you just endure, because you are about to finish 1 year, and the remaining months will just go quickly. Before you know it, you have already finished your contract and go back to your country. She said, no, I don't want to work here. I can't deal with kids. So she went back to the office. Upon going back to the office, she was taken to another house. And I'll tell you for free, this office, it's a good office, because most offices here in Saudi Arabia, when you finish 3 months probation period, you cannot change the house. They will tell you to endure and work in that house because you finished probation period of 3 months. But this office, they took her back. They took her to another house. They changed the house like 4 times. So the third house, she didn't have Wi-Fi. She was not connected to Wi-Fi. She was told that she has to buy data with her own money. And remember, she's being paid 900. So she said she cannot work in the house that doesn't have Wi-Fi. So she worked for 2 weeks. She was given her 2 weeks salary, and she went back to the office. Okay? She was changed the house again. She went to the 4th house. And this 4th house, it had a child with a disability. I don't know if that is a rude word, but I'm sorry. I don't know which word to use it better. The child was like, she had a condition. The child had a condition in a way that she can't sit upright, she can't walk, she can't talk. So the child was 15 years. So the child is using Pampers. The child, you have to feed that child, you have to change Pampers, you have to give her a shower and still clean the house. That is the work that she was allocated to do. You can imagine how that, such kind of work requires someone with a big heart. Not everybody can do such kind of work. So sometimes you will give the child the food and, you are a new person. This child is not used to you. The child will spit the food on your face, and she got pissed off. She said she wanted to go back to the office. Okay? She didn't even work there for 1 month. So she was taken back to the office. And now when she went back to the office, the managers in the office told her that you have to work in that house because we are tired of you. We have changed 4 houses in less than 4 months. And in the office, it's not that she's not the only one looking for employment. We have other people that are coming from other countries, Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. They're in that office. Some of them come without a sponsor. They stay in that office maybe for 1 month before they are allocated their duties, before they find somebody that will hire them. So she's bringing jam there, because when she comes there and somebody that came last week will not get employment, they will look for somebody that will take her. Okay? So they told her that you have to go back there because we don't have sponsors right now. And she said she cannot work there. So they had a disagreement with the manager in the office. And so they were exchanging words. Like, I cannot go there, you have to go there. I cannot go there. So they beat her up, some 2-3 slaps. So she was crying. She called me and told me that they have beaten her up in the office. And you can imagine how stressed I was. Because by the time she's telling me that, she has already called the mother. And the mother has gone to my village, to my father's home, to complain there. It was your daughter's idea. She misled our daughter. Now our daughter is suffering. Like, they are complaining to my father. Like, tell your daughter to do something and help our daughter. Sorry. Tell your daughter to do something to help our daughter. Imagine her parents are camping in my compound, in my father's compound, to tell my father to ask me to help their daughter. And you people know Saudi Arabia very well. If you are in Saudi Arabia, you know Saudi Arabia, you know how things work here. Like, this girl is in Riyadh, I'm in Jeddah. That is 12 hours drive from where I am. Okay? 12 hours drive from where I am. So I don't know, they are expecting like I should drive from here, go where she's working and get her out of that house, pay her ticket and take her back to the country. I don't know. You know, people in Kenya don't know how things work here. Even if this girl was just working 100 meters from where I am, I don't have those powers to go there and knock on the gate and ask the employer to get the girl out. I can't do that. I can't even go to the office. They have to use the right means, and the right means is maybe going to the office in Kenya, and maybe the agency back in Kenya can conduct the office here and give them instructions, or maybe ask for the procedures, what can be done for this girl to be taken back home, or maybe to change the house, or maybe involve the embassy. But me, as a fellow housemaid, it's difficult for me to help. Maybe just give advice, or maybe help in conducting the agency. So by the time this girl is changing the fourth house, the agency back in Kenya knows, and now they are tired. They are not picking our calls. When we call them to ask them about maybe what we should do, they are not picking our calls. So you can imagine the stress that my father is going through. Other family is coming to your family to tell you that your daughter misled our daughter, and now our daughter is suffering in Saudi Arabia. You have to do something. You can imagine my father calling me to tell me that. They are video calling me, everybody's at our compound. Like, it's like I'm the agent, but I'm not the agent, you know? Even when this girl was working here, she didn't even pay me that 10,000 she was owing me back in Kenya. She didn't. She worked here for 4 months before I came, but she didn't pay me that money. So now, the family is camping at our compound, demanding that I should help them. I don't know what to do now. So I told this girl, you know, it's very difficult to escape, because at this point, because they are not helping you and you don't want to go back in that house, the only thing you can do maybe is to escape and become like a boy. Because now what can I do? If they have already reached a point of beating her up, maybe they even took the phone from her. It was just by good luck that she had 2 phones. So we had to send her credit. From my money, I had to send her credit so that she can communicate using Kenyan SIM card. Okay? They took the phone that they saw. So they didn't know that she had 2 phones. So I saw that things are getting worse, because if they manage to take the second phone, and her family back in Kenya will not be able to reach out to her, they can't communicate with her, my family will have stress, you know, they will stress my family, and I'm not the agent, you know. So I told her, I bought her some airtime, Safaricom airtime, so that we can communicate, we can stay in touch. Then I told her that you have to comply, because the moment you are in the office is safeguarded, you cannot escape from there. So you have to comply, agree that you will go to work in that house, then maybe you can escape from that house. Okay? She agreed. She was taken back to that house that had a disabled child. So we planned for her escape. Remember, this girl has worked here for almost 1 year. I told her, now, you know, to escape, it's not free. It's not free. For those people that are working here in Saudi Arabia, know that to escape is not free. Like, you have to pay for your own taxi, and it's very expensive. It's not 2,000 Kenyan shillings. It's very expensive. It's above 50,000. The only person that can help you with little money, it should be at least 30,000 and above, not less than 30,000. Even if the distance is just 200 meters, it's that much. Okay? So I told her maybe the remaining option here is to escape, because we tried to contact the embassy and they didn't respond to our call, so we didn't know what to do. I told her, now escape, because what will you do? You can't stay in that office without working. Maybe you should escape and then surrender to the police and be deported back to Kenya. So that was the plan. She escaped and then surrender to the police and then be taken back to Kenya. So we had to contribute for money for tax, because she said she has nothing. She has saved nothing. For the months that she has worked here, she didn't have any money. So we had to contribute. And who is contributing? Not her family. Me. I'm the one to pay for that taxi. As if she's my daughter, okay? So I had to take my 1 month salary, and my friends had to chip in, okay, to help me raise that money. So we contributed 50,000 to help this girl escape. So we paid for the taxi, and she was taken away from that home. She escaped. and become an illegal immigrant. So out there, I expected her to surrender to the police and get deported back to Kenya. But she didn't. She decided that she wanted to work here as a Kemboi. I said, okay, as long as you're helping your family, that is what is important. As long as you're working and you're earning money, that is what brought us all here. So she went to work. She was taken to work. She worked for 1 month as a Kemboi. She went back to the house. She found a new home. She worked for 1.5 months. They had a disagreement with the employer. She went back to the Dalala's place. Dalala is the host, that girl that hosts those Kembois. So she changed like 3 houses out there, and she decided that she doesn't want to work on monthly basis. Like, she doesn't want to be employed. She want to work for daily contract. Like, she work on daily basis and be paid on daily basis. I don't know how to call that. She wanted to be paid wages and not salary. So she was working like, somebody will want somebody to clean their house, and an Arab will want some girl to clean their house for 1 day. She will go there, clean, and be given that salary and come back to the Dalala's place. And tomorrow and after tomorrow, like that. She worked for 2 months. She worked for 2 months like that, and she decided no, she doesn't want to work anymore. She wants to go back to Kenya. And that is what happened. So she worked and saved some money for the air ticket. She went to the embassy, got a letter, and she went back to Kenya. I'm telling you, the moment she landed at JKI airport, I blocked her. Why did I block her? Because I didn't want anything to do with her. I didn't want to be stressed. I just told God, thank you that she went back to the country alive and safe. And I will never repeat the same mistake again. I will never advise someone to come and work here in Saudi Arabia. I will never connect somebody to the family that I know. Even if I know that family is God-fearing, I can never connect somebody to the agency. Even if I know this agency is good. Somebody should just do their own research. Somebody should be driven by their own problems to come here in the Middle East. Okay? It's your problems that should drive you to come and work here in the Middle East, and not my advice. I cannot advise somebody. So that by the time you encounter difficulties, you just know that it's your problems that brought you here, and you have to endure. And you will not be blaming anyone for that. If you come here and go out successfully, you have to thank yourself and not thank anybody. Like, somebody should not feel like, if I was not the one, she could not have done that and that. No. I will never advise somebody to come here, because I don't want to be associated with any problems. I don't want anybody's family to camp at my home. Like, you are the one who took her there, you are the one who misadvised. Because I don't know your personal behavior. I don't know how you people behave. I don't know you on a personal level. I don't know if you are hardworking or you are just lazy. What if I bring you here and you are lazy, and maybe that Arab has bought you and you reach here and you refuse to work? Who will be in trouble? Me? No, I don't want that kind of a problem. So that is why I normally tell you, if you want to come here, go and do research on your agencies and come on your own. And I will advise my viewers, don't advise anybody to come here in the Middle East. You are not the same. Working here is not a walk in the park, like you just have it easy. People are working here hard. People are struggling here to get money. Maybe that person that doesn't have that strength to endure, and you advise her to come here. And when that person starts suffering, maybe because of their own mistakes, they will blame you for advising them. They will tell you that it's your fault, you misadvised them. So I will never advise somebody to come and work here. I'm not saying Saudi is bad. No, Saudi is not bad, because us, we are working here and we are doing okay. The only thing that makes me not advise someone to come here is because I don't know how long you can endure. I don't know your strength. I don't know your problems. I don't know if maybe you are living a luxurious life back in Kenya, and you come here, you find that things are different. It's not like you expected. Maybe you came here with high expectations. I don't want to be blamed. Okay? I don't want to be blamed for anything. So people should make their own decisions. People should look for the agencies. The agencies are all over in town, in Kenya. If you walk, you'll find so many agencies there. Okay, so you don't need anybody to tell you this is the agency. If you check online, if you check Google, the agencies are there on Google with their contacts, with their locations. You can look there, and don't come with a direct hire. Don't ever think of coming with direct hire, especially here in Saudi Arabia, because if you come here with direct hire, like you didn't pass through the agency, and you encounter any difficulties, where will you run for help? Who will help you when you are here? Most Arabs tend to take advantage of girls that come with direct hire, because you don't have somebody that you can go back to. If you come with the agency like that girl, if you find that the house that you're working with, you are not getting along with the boss, you can go back to the office and change the house. That's why I normally advise people to come using the agency, even if direct hire has a high salary than those ones coming with the agency. Okay, so thank you much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, click on that button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you get notified when I upload new videos. Bye bye.